Love the fit. First and foremost, this fight has been talked about by everyone ever since you've signed. Like we've been waiting to see like Shane Burgos versus Clay Collard, and for now, for it to be happening. How does that make you feel? And I remember us speaking about it being a war in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is the fight. I said it a bunch of times. This is the fight everybody wanted to see before I was even in this weight class. It's a fight I had my eyes on for a while. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. It's one of those matchups that it can't be boring. It's going to be a firefight from the first bell to the last bell, and I'm planning on doing everything in my power to get this finish. My first PFL finish over a guy like Clay is going to mean the absolute world to me. And the fact that it's in New York too, man, come on.
MSG. And as we all know, I mean, the scenario that put you into the playoffs was a bit odd when it comes to how the PFL took it upon themselves. And we asked a bunch of the fighters after the Natan Schultz fight last time out, and most fighters said the same thing. How do you feel about just the overall suspension of both fighters and what led to you coming into the playoffs and making that replacement?
Yeah, so it's obviously I'm going to make the absolute most out of this opportunity first and foremost. Technically, I'm not supposed to be here based off of the points, but I was granted this opportunity. I won my last fight. I gave it my all, and I'm here, so I'm going to make the absolute most out of it. How I feel, I feel bad for the guys. It's a shit position to be in, to have to fight your best friend. I've never been in that position before. Like the guy, one of them is the other one's daughter's godfather. Like I can't imagine being in that position. So I do feel for those guys, and especially them being suspended. Like it's rough because this is how we provide for our family. So I do feel for those guys, but it's not my. I didn't do anything to be. You know, what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are giving me backlash for that, and I'm like, guys, what do you want me to do? I didn't ask for it. Like had Yamamoto, my last opponent, beat my ass. You don't think the PFL would have did the same thing and gave him the opportunity? He'd be sitting here right now if it wasn't me winning the fight. You know what I mean? So I've been granted this opportunity. I won my last fight. I give my all, and all I can do is just make the absolute most out of it.
Yeah, and touching on the Yamato Nishikawa fights, you both have fought in the Yamato this season. Uh, First and foremost, did you watch Clay Collard's fight against them, and what did you make of it?
Yeah, of course. It was a good fight. It was a fun fight. Yamamoto's tough. I know that from watching the fight, but then I also know that from being in there with him. Two different style of fights, though, if you judge the way my fight went with him and the way Clay's fight went with him.
Absolutely. And last but not least, you're in New York City, you're at home, but I've been asking everybody, what's the post-fight meal?
Oh, man. There's a bunch of bakeries over here, like some of the best bakeries in the world are in New York City. So I already got some banana pudding waiting in my room for after, but I need like a fat piece of cheesecake. Not even a piece. I might just get the entire pie and just go crazy on that.
Yeah, I saw the bagel spot in your Instagram story, so I think I'm gonna hit that up next morning too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much and good luck this Wednesday. See you then.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Mills.
What's going on, Hurricane Shane? MMA Locker Room, part of Pop Sports Radio.
How's it going, man?
Oh, good, man. I see you big smiling right now, chewing the gum, so the vibes is definitely in the right mind state. But let's talk about your opponent real quick. Any comparisons to any of your past opponents that you fought that you could compare him to? One of maybe like Cub Swanson or anything like that?
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Cub Swanson, yeah, Cub is a lot shorter than him though, so it's not a complete comparison, but the volume it's similar. The style is a little similar. Just obviously the height difference is pretty big. But I got a lot of training partners that are like him. That you guys would be surprised at how good some of the guys I have on my team that aren't these big names. So a lot of good training partners, a lot of good looks in the gym.
A lot of good training partners over there at Tiger Schultzman, right? That's who you
Yes.
been training with to get ready for this fight. Anybody that's on the up and coming out the gym that should get some notoriety, or anybody that helped you train for this fight?
For sure. My boy Rob Rivicchio, he's 3-0. He's gonna be 4-0 on September 1st. He's fighting CFFC. One of my other guys, Alberto Borgwart, the dude has been amateur for so long. He's finally making his pro debut. He's a beast, man. He's making his pro debut for Ring Combat September 8th. I got Bobby Casale. He's got 2 or 3 pro fights. He just joined our team in January. He's another beast. So I got a bunch of up and comers on the team, honestly.
Love it, man. I mean, you've been fighting for a decade now. Over the last 10 years, 16 wins, 4 losses. It's kind of like you don't really know how a loss feels. So with that being said, I mean, how do you feel in this fight? A lot of people are saying that, they feel you shouldn't be here. And your opponent even said that, earlier on today, he said that you shouldn't be here. So does that give you anything more out here to go out there and prove?
Dude, It's an opportunity, and I'm going to make the absolute most out of the opportunity. That's all I can do. I can only control what I can control. Any other shit that happens, like, it's out of my control. I'm not going to put too much stock in that. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I've been training for this fight. This is the fight that everyone wants to see. If you don't think I deserve it, I don't really give a fuck what anyone thinks. I really, truly don't. I'm here. I'm the main event for a reason. This is the fight. This is the one. And I'm not just going out there just to show up and get a paycheck. I'm going out there to fucking win, cash my ticket into that $1 million final.
I feel you on that, man. And sometimes, that's what they just say about people. They don't deserve it. They said the same thing about somebody who fought over the weekend this week in the UFC. They said Sugar O'Malley didn't deserve the title shot, didn't fight anybody. It didn't matter. He got the best of his opportunity and made the best of it. So it just shows, when you get that opportunity, it's all about taking your moment and opportunity to shine. Right?
Seize the moment. Exactly. Very well said. I completely agree.
All right, man. Best of luck, man. Can't wait to see the fight this Wednesday. All the eyes are going to be on you guys. It's not going to be on a Thursday or Friday night card. So, yeah, it's going to be definitely one of the best fights of the year.
Thank you. Like, you fucking well said.
All right, Aldrich, please bring us home.
Shane, what it do, baby?
What's up, bro?
All right. Obviously, outside noise, man. Talk to me about, potential fight of the year that's going to go down between you and Clay Collard. He said he has the best hands. We've seen him fight. We've seen you fight. Talk to me. We already know it's going to be a war. It's going to be a bloodbath. What you got?
It's going to be a banger.
That you got over him.
From the first belt to the last belt, it's going to be a fucking banger, but I'm getting the finish in this one. There's no judges needed. And it's funny because now for this fight, we don't need to worry about points or anything like that. So the finish isn't pressed, but that's why I want it even more. You know what I mean? There's no pressure to get the finish, but I'm putting that pressure on myself, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go back to the reason why I started this sport. I fell in love with this sport because it was fun. That's why I got into it. So I fell in love with it because it looked fun. I tried it. It was fun. And all my fights before I made it to the big show were just fun. And when I'm having fun, I'm the best Shane Burgos in the world. That's exactly what I plan on bringing Wednesday night.
Of course, it's for not just for a title, but $1 million. Talk to me like how that $1 million can change your life, your family's life, and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's obviously life-changing money, and I plan on being smart with my money. I'm smart with my money. I plan on investing it and then making it generational wealth for my family and my grandkids. So it means everything. I do this. I started this sport for me, and I still do it for me because I do absolutely love it. I eat, sleep, and breathe the sport. But now I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I have a family, and it's like this much for me now, and it's like this much for them.
And to my other question, obviously, you're here of the circumstance. Not going too much detail to it because you're not paying no energy to it. Obviously, and then you have your friend in Solomon Renfro, your boy, who got presented a similar opportunity on short notice.
Yep.
What is it for both of you guys to be in this big moment, and also to punch your tickets to the $1 million and then to, potentially both bring titles back? Talk to me how that will mean to both of you guys.
Oh, man, it'll be crazy. Obviously, I want to win. He obviously wants to win. But for us to both win that $1 million, to both get these wins, well, we both just did it in Atlanta. He took a short notice fight in Atlanta. He won that fight. We both got the win. Now we're going to do the same exact thing. Now we're in our home state. We're in New York. The stars are aligned for us to both to get these big wins, punch our tickets to the finals, and then both come home with the belt. That's a storybook ending, man. That's one of those things that you can make a movie out of that shit right there. So let's go do it, Solomon.
All right, man. Best of luck to you on Wednesday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.